Hi, our lesson is about the cell theory. It is designed so that students can self-pace through the lesson using a variety of activities, assignments, lectures, and readings. This can be done completely online, making it a useful lesson if a teacher knows that they would have a substitute for the period of time that this material would be taught. Students will first be directed to go to the link at thinglink.com. The link will bring up an image of a cell with icons over the various parts of the cell. Students will be told to first start by clicking on the blue icon outside the cell. Here there will be instructions for the assignment, including an image of the cell and with labels on it telling them, the students, what the various organelles are called. This is a preview for the next section in the unit, which will be learning the cell parts and functions. The first place that students will be directed to go will be the engage portion of our assignment. And this is an image of a cork cell, and students will be asked to make observations about this image in their science notebook. Then from there they will be directed to go to the mitochondria. If they can't remember what the mitochondria looks like, they can always go back to the start icon and look at the picture of the cell and match up the mitochondria picture with the mitochondria down here. This activity is a short article about Robert Hooke, and students will be asked to reflect on his contributions to cell theory. The instructions and the assignment are embedded in all of these links. So students, once they bring this link up, they'll know exactly what to do. Next, students will watch a short lecture video of a PowerPoint about cell theory and also laws and theories, the nature of science concepts. It will be here. We already have our PowerPoint created, but we haven't done the recording for it yet. We will have a recording similar to this one, where it's designed for the students, explaining the PowerPoints, and they'll watch it just like they would watch any other online lecture. Next, students will go to this link here, which is a wacky history of cell theory. It's a TED Ed video, and I think they have a few questions that are related to that. And then they will go to another reading that's about cell theory. Well, actually, we were thinking about changing this one to a Louis Pasteur article, and then later on they'll need to create a timeline for cell theory and show how cell theory has evolved over time, and scientists continue to add contributions to the theory. After this, students will do a few different activities. We don't have them posted yet, but there'll be a card sort here. There'll be a link to a matching game here, and they will also do an illustration of cell theory. And lastly, they will be asked to reflect on cell theory and how it demonstrates nature of science. Assessments will come in the form of journal entries and a final presentation. And we've left the final presentation pretty open-ended so that students can choose to do the sort of presentation that they prefer. And we're creating a rubric. We haven't created it yet, but the rubric will tell the students what they need to include in their presentation, but not how they need to present it. So they can make a poster board, or they can do a Prezi, or they can, I don't know, any sort of create a song, any sort of presentation, as long as they meet all the requirements to demonstrate their understanding. Non-graded formative assessments come in the form of the card sorts and the matching games and the readings. We would also like to find a way to have our students discuss how cell theory is a theory, but in some ways it can be considered a law. If you have some suggestions as to how we could set up that discussion online, we're open to ideas. For that matter, if you have any suggestions for additional or different readings, activities, assessments, etc., we are interested in any and all input. We look forward to your suggestions and advice. Thank you.